Bitcoin just hit a huge milestone. As of today, 20 million Bitcoins were mined. And if you know what it means there's only 1 million Bitcoin left to be mined. What does it mean? Also, altcoins are suffering more this cycle than during the FTX crash. Altcoins are having a very, very bad time. Why is that? This and the charts we're going to be covering in today's video. Let's jump right into it. So hello folks, welcome back to another video. Yes, you heard it right. We mined 20 million Bitcoin in existence. So if you know what it means, then now we only have 999,996.9 Bitcoin to be mined, which means that we mined over 95% of total Bitcoin ever. Does it mean that now we're close? No, according to speculations, it's going to take multiple decades for us to reach the 21 million maximum amount of total Bitcoin in existence. So we still have decades to go because every 4 years, the halving makes the algorithm, the math problem, the equation to solve very, very hard. It doubles in difficulty and it lowers the amount of Bitcoin that it gives for completing this. And you can see that currently we're mining around 450 Bitcoin per day. So there's still quite a long time. And in the next halving, that number is going to be even lower. So in the past days, we saw Bitcoin going back to 73.5, then it dropped down to 66 again. And today we saw it go back to $71,000. But during this, it's going to go up, it's going to go down. We had a huge liquidation for a research. So on Arkham, a research called Trend Research has lost more than $800 million. So let me show right here. We are looking at a profit and loss, and it has had way more losses than profits, back-to-back losses. And since the end of January, it has only lost a lot. And right now, the cumulative P&L, it's in the red by $869 million. So a huge loss for this research. I don't have much more information about this. The withdrawals are going crazy. You can see that it doesn't look good, not only for retailers, but also for research houses and also whales. Everyone is losing and everyone is tired of losing. And across all of this, compared to FTX, during FTX and across all of this, Bitcoin has kind of stayed the same when it comes to Bitcoin dominance. But if you go to Ethereum dominance, so ETH.D, Ethereum dominance is almost an all-time low. You can see Ethereum dominance now is at 10, and back at FTX when it crashed, Ethereum dominance was, I think, 18. So you see that now it is a slow, painful grind that is happening, which is hurting a lot of us and is hurting also leverage guys. So in the past 24 hours, we lost a total of $373 million liquidated in the past 24 hours. The largest single liquidation order happened on Hyperliquid on BTC USD, valued at $8 million. Imagine you losing $8 million in a leverage position. I could not. I will probably cry. But looking at the fear and greed, which again, during the FTX crash, when everyone thought that crypto was dead, crypto was not going to make it anymore, we saw the fear and greed going to 20, but now it is at 13. So yesterday it was at 8 and now we are at 13. So if you remember, since February, we haven't seen a day above 20. We saw only one day, which was March 5th. We got to 22, which is when I told you that we had that huge price increase all the way to the $73,500 for Bitcoin, but then it dropped again. And with that, the fear and greed index dropped. But now that we're here, let's take a look at Bitcoin. You can see Bitcoin is still inside this Bollinger Band, inside this range right here. It didn't have the momentum as it had on March 4th. So it tried to look towards the 72K. It didn't hold, and now it is going down again. If we switch to the 1 hour, you can see what happened right here. It climbed very fast from 69 all the way to 71.5, but it wasn't able to hold. And now we're looking like we're going to go towards the 69 once again. Switching back to Ethereum now, Ethereum on the 4 hour, it looks also not bullish. And you can clearly see right here the range they were currently in, the range going from the 1824 all the way to the 2150, more or less. This is the range that Ethereum has been stuck since February 5th now. So for over a month now, we have been stuck inside this, and most likely we're going to be staying inside this range for a few more days, even weeks. For Solana, we can clearly see right here in the daily, we are also on a very tight Bollinger Band, but we have been stuck inside this range for a couple of days since also February 5th. So if we go on the 1 hour, we see that we didn't have that momentum momentum as well. So we had a huge price increase all the way to the 88, almost $89, but then we crashed, and it looks like we're going to be crashing hard because we were almost overbought right here on the RSI on the 1 hour. Also, the MACD is not looking good right now, and we're going down from the top all the way to the bottom of the RSI, and also at the bottom right here at the Bollinger Bands. So in the 1 hour, it doesn't look bullish at all. Now let's look at our currencies. We have right here Bitcoin at 69,970, Ethereum at 2,032. We have BNB stuck at 640. Every time that I record, BNB is around the 640 mark. You can see BNB is almost like a stable coin with a different pricing. We have XRP at 138. Then we go down. We have Hyperliquid at $34. Very, very nice. Then we have Monero at 343 and Zcash right below at 222 at number 26. So Zcash is losing a lot of momentum right now, and that kind of sucks. All of this brings us to Bitopics and what we're doing right here. If we go to the copy trading, you can see that we had some trades. The altcoin 0DT made 0.18 and the 0DT for Bitcoin made minus 0.36. So kind of sucks right here, but we're still positive on both of them. And again, if you haven't watched the last video where I mentioned that a lot of people have been asking here on Telegram, on X, why the vaults are stopping. Well, they're not stopping. We're still going. We just don't want to trade in a market that could lose you money. It is better for us to save your money, protect your money, instead of trying to force trades and lose more money. Would you rather have daily entries for you to see that there's a trade happening every day, but we're losing that trade? Or would you rather know that we're only going to be trading when it makes more sense and we have higher probabilities for making you more money? So this is what we're doing right now. So hopefully you guys are able to hold on and just wait it out a little bit. But we have crossed the 7 million in assets under management right here. So welcome to the team, to everyone who joined. We're 1130 right here on the 0DT, and we are 680 right here in the altcoin 0DT. So my personal opinion is that Ethereum will go up. So Ethereum is going to be holding around this line right here. Of course, this is not a straight line, but it's going to be holding somewhere right here. If it doesn't, then most likely I'll wait for it to drop down, maybe towards the 1900s, and then I sell a put. So I sell a put right here. Instead, if I see it go up again, so it bounces and it goes up, then I'm going to wait for it to top up, and I'm going to sell a call right around here, maybe 2150, maybe 2200, somewhere right here where I still have a lot of space for it to move. So same thing applies to Bitcoin, but I usually don't trade Bitcoin options. Also for Solana has been doing the same thing. If we switch right here to the 1 hour, but Solana seems like it's not going to be holding that virtual line that I showed you. So there's a line right here, and Solana doesn't look like it's going to hold unless this one closes above in the next hour. Then most likely Solana is also going to go down, and same thing applies. If I'm not going to go for Ethereum, I'm going to go for Solana. I'm going to wait for Solana to get towards the 83.5, and then I should sell maybe an 81 or 82 right here to sell a put right here and get some money. And this of course is always 0DTs. I'm not going to do weeklies by looking at a 1 hour chart, but this again is just me quickly looking at the chart to see if there's anything that I can do, that I can trade. So hopefully by next video, you know if we placed a trade or not. But this is where I stand on my personal entries. I see on the weekly basis Crypto Ricardo, for example, posting on his X the trades that he does, and he goes just like me, maybe not same strikes, but he has the tendency just like me to keep it very, very safe. And a lot of other traders that I see right there, they're now shifting to selling options instead of going towards speculating in the price. Especially with options, it gets very, very hard, and they're doing similar things. Delta at 20, around 5% from current price. If they're selling 0DTs or if they're selling weeklies, they're trying to stay in a very, very safe zone. Usually they go a little bit more hard on finding what is the expected move. So there's a lot of math involved, a lot of calculations, but the overall idea is that they're trying to sell to collect premium for an insurance that they never need to, pay up, because it is an insurance. You pay for insurance, but you never want to claim that insurance. So you're okay paying $80, $100 a month for your car, hoping that you never need to claim that insurance. So same thing applies right here. There's a lot of people buying, and you as a seller, you are selling this insurance for people who are scared of the market, and you collect this insurance knowing that most of the time these never get collected, and you collect the full premium yourself and you keep that in your pocket as cash flow. So this is our strategy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see something different. But as always, I'll be here Tuesday, Friday, every week. Thank you very much. Take care. Peace.